Serious, what is a great career path that kids in college aren't aware exists? Piano tuning gets you up to £75 an hour, and there are elderly tuners literally begging to hand over full schedules of work. You can find work all over the world and don't have to do too many hours to earn a good living. Wastewater treatment. Most people don't have any clue what happens after they flush. I never even thought about this as a career before I had a friend work here, and if you can get over dealing with a slightly bad smell occasionally, it's a great option. Decent starting pay, $15.21. Easy enough work. I usually spend about 4-6 hours per day monitoring equipment from a computer, studying for licensing, or on Reddit like now, and finally get to utilize my biology degree after looking for something in my degree field for 5 years. I also am eligible to get 8% raises with each wastewater license I get. D, C, B, and A. I started in May and I'm already a licensed D operator. Funeral director, mortician, and embalmer. It takes very little college to become one and they pay well. Funeral directors usually even get a free house out of the deal. Also hazmat cleanup. Like 18 months off school for a $60k USD per year job. Plus you get to travel all over the world. You obviously have to be cool with dead bodies though. That's a pretty big deal for most people. I thought about being an embalmer because I find the way bodies decompose interesting as frick. Although I'm sure in person with the smell I'd be less intrigued. Oh perfect. No one knows about my career. Only 3,500 people doing it nationwide and we're in a job shortage. I am a perfusionist and run the cardiopulmonary bypass machine during heart surgeries. Get a Bachelor of Science degree. Then go to a perfusion school, 1 or 2 year program. I am 4 years out of school and made 6 figures last year. I probably averaged 30 to 35 hours per week. It can be stressful because you can kill a patient very easily. Won't happen unless you're careless. But it is very rewarding to know you are saving people's lives every day. Eddie. Oh my god, my inbox. More upvotes than perfusionists in the US. This is from another perfusionist below, you learned idiot. Perfusionist here tagging onto the top comment. It's a great job but it's a good salary for a reason. You are responsible for someone's life in the most literal way for hours at a time. You can easily kill someone. You will work long hours by yourself. The call can be hard nights and weekends routinely and there is a cement ceiling for salaries. This is a great job but if you are someone who freezes up during emergencies I would recommend other fields. If the heart-lung machine goes down during bypass it's your job to fix it. Because you have stopped the heart so a surgeon can operate on a non-beating heart. You have minutes to find the problem, fix it and hopefully the PT is fine. If you're from the UK some people in China will pay you great money to babysit their kids so their kids can learn the right accent and manners. They'll prefer someone with a college education since it's more prestigious. And I know someone who was earning $50k straight away. A lot of the smaller healthcare professions get forgotten by kids in college or high school. Everyone focuses on being a doctor, nurse, dentist, or pharmacist, but there are so many other professions in healthcare. Speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, respiratory therapists, medical imaging technologists, X-ray, MRI, US, nuclear medicine, radiation therapists, dietitians, audiologists, chiropodists, laboratory technologists. I'm sure I've forgotten some. They all tend to pay middle-class income or better with reasonable hours. They require specialized knowledge and skills that put your brain to work at least a little bit each day, and you get to work with patients who are typically quite appreciative. Going to say medical lab science is a great path. It's a 4-year degree. You will have minimal patient contact. Usually just draw the blood at some smaller hospitals. You run around the lab doing many different tests on body fluids and tissues. Start out of school at about $50k a year. Medical laboratory sciences. In the US, there are severe shortages in the workforce due to new, higher standards for certification and education. It is something that has well-paid positions at multiple levels of degrees, although associate and bachelor are the most common. Do you like doing science and biological stuff? Do you like being a part of healthcare but hate dealing with sick people directly? Lab services might be for you if you answered yes to both of those questions. If you can write, can manage a project and have some basic graphic design skills, there are always jobs in instructional design, specifically online course development. Not difficult at all to be making 60k within 2 years, or 80k after 5. I have hired web designers and graphic artists since work in hardcore creative roles can be harder to find. They pick up the tools in no time, and make good money. Towboats. If you get on with a good company you can start off making $30 40k a year. After a year and a half or so you can get a tankerman certification along with a significant pay raise. Within 10 years, if you work hard and do everything you need to do, you could be looking at $100k plus working 6 months out of the year. You could do it faster if you're willing to pay for some school. My grandpa is a captain and $500 a day is the lowest he'll go out for, and that's only if he's desperate to get out of the house. On top of that, he's what they call a tripper, which pretty much just means freelance. He goes out when he feels like it and stays home when he doesn't. Interpreter. In NYC being one for the courts is very lucrative and in demand. Not that everyone can be proficient in 2 languages, but if you are proficient, a degree isn't needed so long as you can pass a series of tests. My GF's brother is doing HVAC sheet metal work. 22 years old and already making $23 an hour, which is pretty dang good where we live. My foreman is 24 and makes $1,500 a week. You add in overtime and night pay, he makes $50 an hour. Easy $2,300 a week. Trade play with long hours is crazy. If played right, one could be making bank. Municipal worker. My dad works in a New York City municipal agency. Not only does he make an honest, good wage, he has a 401k and a pension. He is nearing retirement age and I don't have to worry about how he will take care of himself financially, which makes me feel so good. He is backed by a union that protects him. He has excellent healthcare, and he can frequently choose to do overtime which basically doubles his pay. Not only that, he's been to every single neighborhood in this city and has seen all there is to see. When my mom got sick with cancer last year, he had accrued enough time off to take the entire 4 months off, paid fully, and be with her every day until she passed away. No private sector job would have allowed that, and I will forever be grateful not only to NYC but also to unions for that. Also, many jobs have ranks or grades, so if you stay long enough you are guaranteed seniority and pay raises. Finally, when you live in NYC and you are a municipal worker or are backed by a union, you are more likely to be chosen for affordable housing or union housing. There are certain housing developments dotted throughout the city with strong union ties. As a result, my family of 4 was able to live in NYC, and we still do, in a 2-bedroom apartment with all utilities included and a garage for $1,000 a month. My brother's apartment is also a 2-bedroom with a parking spot and he pays under $1,000. I truly feel like my dad's job has allowed us to be a normal, middle-class family and has shown me that sometimes college isn't the right path for everyone and that is okay. Any municipal job. In the NYC area there are several agencies that don't require a degree and are good careers, especially within transportation. Less conventional or glorified IT positions like QA analytics or NOC technicians. They pay from $45k to $75k, depending on experience, location and schedule. In Poland we have a serious shortage of all sorts of gas fitters, technicians and engineers. After a 2-year school you'll get a job that pays twice as much as entry-level architect or doctor. Card dealing. Just moved to Vegas. In 4-5 years you could work your way up to a top-tier casino. Cousin made it into Caesars in 18 months but was a special case. Depending on your game could easily net 6 figures a year. Careful, the big boys here are spine-cracking the once lucrative jobs. Knew a guy in the 90s who made $300k a year parking cars. Recently, his job type got fired then outsourced to a company. End of that ride. Many casinos now run the notorious on-call casual regular job offerings which are as lame as they sound. It's gaining more traction, as in more universities are offering it as a major, but supply chain management offers a great career opportunity. To be fair, it is getting harder to get into an SCM field for major companies without either 3-5 years of experience or a college degree. However, you can normally work for a third-party logistics provider, 3PL, out carrier service in dispatch, and earn some good money that way. Become an operator. Imagine Homer Simpson at a power station, oil refinery, chemical processing plant, electricity distribution network or similar. Sometimes the job title comes under operations technician, desk operator or panel operator. You don't usually require any high-level qualifications for the role. Just be prepared to work 12-hour shift work, including nights and weekends. Be willing to learn how to control the plant. Remember that auto mode is your friend. The computer has your back and is designed to shut down the equipment safely even if you frick up. As you work longer hours, you work less days. I get paid £38k a year to work 140 days of the year. There are apprenticeships with every power company out there. In the UK, if there's a nuclear power station being built near you, get on that crap. Nukes are built to last many years and are an easy job for life, but opportunities are rare because nobody leaves because they have it so easy. In the US, my older brother makes around 170-190k depending on bonus as a manager at his coal plant. They work 12-hour shifts but have a ton of time off because of it. Advertising copywriter. We're the lucky ones who get to write Super Bowl commercials. Business majors think we're nuts. English majors think we're S. Just the nature of the business. Logistics. Whether it's truck, train, or air, it's a great and rewarding career. No day is ever the same. Technically, you don't even need a college degree to rise in the ranks either. I had no idea that transportation was something I would love until I got into it by accident. Starting out you can make around $30k a year, which to me is a great entry-level salary. That's without a degree and without any prior experience. Transportation is the biggest business in the world. Museums. I am currently in my third year of an awesome museum studies program at my university, and I also work part-time in a museum on campus. It is an extremely diverse field. You could do curatorial work, basically object preservation, both preventative and repairs, collections management, overseeing the accessioning, deaccessioning, cataloging, and storage of objects, educational coordinator, create and execute educational programs and collaborate with exhibit designers, exhibit design, making those awesome exhibits you see, from the placement of the text and pictures to the actual physical construction, basically anything else. Museums need all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds. Digital design, video production, fundraising, HVAC, etc. Museums are amazing and fun and creative, and you can pair museums with any area of study too. In the United Kingdom, apprenticeships, no debt, a wage and a career lined up and waiting for you. For example, helicopter engineer. Be careful who you go with. Government gave extra funding to apprenticeship schemes and lot of scammers tried to exploit it with worthless training to get the contracts or cheap labor. Military to federal gov bureaucrat. If you are able-bodied, you can get into at least one branch of the US military. Once you make it through training, it's exceptionally difficult to get yourself fired. Deployments to war zones are exceptionally rare right now as well. After 4 years, you get out and get paid a full-time salary to become a college student. That's your whole job. Going to school, post 9/11 GI Bill, graduate, and start applying to federal gov jobs on USA.jobs.gov. With military experience and the degree you earned for free and got paid to study, you can be making $60k by the time you're 24, and no college debt. And most gov jobs can currently only hire existing gov employees or veterans. That's the rule. In 2004, I was homeless. I joined the military, went to school on post 9/11 G bill, then got a federal job making about $75k per year. I was then headhunted to become the spokesman for a hospital, my current job, where I make even more money in a cheaper part of the country. I'm not a recruiter. The military is not for everyone, and I had a lot of reasons I didn't make it into a full career. There's a good deal of bulls involved, but at the end of the day, I'm living a very easy life thanks to investing 4 early years of my life into the military. Another veteran with another veteran for a wife checking in. This absolutely. We were lost kids with no idea what to do with ourselves. joined the military, used our GI Bill, now both make a great living even while working 30 hours a week at most. Packaging engineer. You basically engineer the packaging for products. So you hate that plastic clamshell packaging? You can be the solution. Great pay, interesting work, and the job outlook is awesome. You can't name many companies that don't use some kind of packaging. Not many schools have the program, but if yours does, I highly recommend it. I love these threads. Thank you to all who contribute. I'm looking for a change, and while I don't have a goal in mind yet, this really gets me thinking and where to look for opportunities. Love you, Reddit. 3. PS. Keep asking. I know there are those out there that haven't shared their story with us yet. Occupational therapy is amazing. Sometimes the pat can be average, but working with people with such a diverse set of needs and managing to help them is so rewarding. Find a union factory job if you're looking for unskilled work. I entered a 35k. I'll be at 50k within the next year. I have full health, prescription, and dental insurance, and it's basically impossible to fire me unless there are layoffs or I really frick up. I work in an ununionized factory. You be thankful. You be thankful right now. Every time one of these threads comes up, everybody has a bunch of suggestions, but no one points out where the frick to apply for these jobs. I've never seen any of these jobs on Craigslist, or Monster, or Indeed, or whatever. Where the heck do people apply to these jobs? Job fairs? Where are these jobs? Every job fair I've gone to has been MLM trying to bulls people and retail positions : Land surveying. You can eventually make 6 figures. It's basically hiking combined with trig. And in many states countries, it's still an apprenticeship. We always need people, and 3 out of the 4 presidents on Rushmore did it. Management information systems, business school, is a great field to go into. A mix of tech and business in a global world goes a long way versus being super technical or business focused. Someone needs to help bridge the two. I think business students shrug it off as the classes they learn excel in. It's much more. Best decision I've ever made. Cobol programmer. Wait, we need you come back. I'm a late 20s Cobol programmer and I do twice the salary of my friends doing cool Ruby stuff in startups. I also have twice the job security. Seriously people, Cobol is not that bad. Best advice you could hear that will lead to long-term happiness is that you shouldn't build your life around the career you think you want. You should build your career around the life you want. We get so caught up in the traditional life path, we forget to consider what would make us actually happy. It's a very nice ideal, but it's not at all practical. Big data analytics. Being able to manipulate a metric frick ton of data and make it look like magic. It's always fun to prove what the board CEO wants isn't impossible to the executive VPs right in front of their faces. Vending machine restocker. No stress whatsoever. You work to your own schedule. Get to move around and talk to people. Pay is okay compared to the effort involved. Pilfer snacks on the side. Driving a dump truck. Getting your Class B commercial driver's license and start driving for someone using their trucks. Start out making $15-20 an hour, and if you play your cards right you can get your own truck and start a LLC and getting paid $80-100 an hour. Don't even have to go to truck driving school. Just take your tests and read the free material and you will pass. A lot of people are recommending the trades like plumber, builder, sailor as an option because they pay very well right from the start. While this is true, a lot of people forget that these are most of the time physical jobs that can be rough on a body when you get older. So you will need to save more for retirement right from the start as well. Also, advancements to the top can be just as hard in the trades as it can be in an office environment. They can be a very good option for you, but go into it with open eyes. I have a friend whose dad was a builder who worked hard and eventually became foreman. He has a nice house and decent savings, but also tremendous issues with his knees and back. Actuary. Go to the cheapest state school. Get a math degree. Pass the exams. Entry level is close to 75k. Pay keeps rising as you progress through exams. After becoming as associate of an actuarial society, you earn close to 150-200k. I know of people doing that in 4 years after graduating. Plus the work-life balance is excellent as well as job security. No need for an Ivy League education or to be at a Wall Street target school. Also no need for graduate school. There was one year where a popular article ranked Actuary as the highest paying average entry-level job in Hong Kong. Everyone tried to do that as a career path. Then everyone found out how hard those tests are. I'm an apprentice at a certain shipyard in Virginia. I make over $15 an hour right now, and by the time I'm done with my apprenticeship I could easily be making over $25 an hour. Once I'm finished I will have a wealth of opportunities to advance throughout the company, and they also pay for my tuition while I'm getting my education. Once I graduate I can head over the river to another college and take night classes to get bigger degrees from a different college, and they will pay for that as well. As long as I'm working for the company I can take as many college classes as I want as long as they pertain in some to the shipyard. I have only been here a short while and I love my job. It's hard work but it's also good work and I'm learning a lot. I'm also getting paid at the same time, so that's nice too. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.